Hello and welcome back. I'm Abby, or Abigail Grace. Today we have another monthly reading wrap up, and this month I read a lot on my Kindle, so I don't have physical copies of the books. I will show what the cover looks like, give a synopsis, what I rated it, the usual spiel. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll start with Chasing Her Fire. This is by Claire Kingsley, and this one has a trope that I don't normally love. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to give things away, but I thought that this was really well done and I enjoyed it a lot. This is the 5th book in a series of books about different brothers, so I love getting to follow the brothers from book to book. And there's one more. I read both of them this month. This one, Chasing Her Fire, I gave 3 stars, and the other one, called Rewriting the Stars, I also gave 3 stars. This is the cover for that one. This is the last one in the series. Let's see if it'll focus. There you go. This is the last one in the series about these brothers, but there's supposed to be another series coming out about some other group of brothers that are in the same town. There's like a rivalry, so I'm really excited about that because I think that'll be interesting and I want to see like the other side of it. But I gave both of those 3 stars. They're your typical like spicy Kindle Unlimited book. I don't know, they're firefighters, and I highly recommend starting at the beginning because if you start in the middle or the end, it just won't make sense. So definitely start at the beginning, and that's what I recommend. But definitely 18 plus, very spicy. Next, I read Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard, who she also wrote Red Queen and that whole series. Oh, there we go. There's a good shot of it. Realm Breaker. I actually did read this physical book, but I left it at home because I just moved. I'm in a new location. I'm not at home anymore, so my moving vlog will be coming soon. Because I have been filming and keeping track of everything. But this is my new room. A lot of the same things as in my old room. So the background does look familiar, but it's new. And I'll do the vlog and a room tour later. But anyway, I left this one and the second one at home because they're thick hardback books and I just didn't have the space to bring them. So that is why I'm just showing you the picture. But I loved this. I really loved the other books by Victoria Aveyard, Red Queen, that whole series. And so I was excited about this one. The new one, Blade Breaker, which I also read this month, just came out in July. And so that's what kind of inspired me to pick up the first one and read it. It's like this bad guy is he's from a special lineage called the Core, and he has a special blade called a spindle blade, and he's using it to open up passages into different realms, and he wants to kind of destroy the known, like the ward, or like the world that they live in. And the main girl, she also is a descendant of Core blood, and there are only 2 left, and she also has a spindle blade, and she's trying to close all of those things, so they're kind of like going against each other. There's a really good like group of kind of like outcasts and like odd funny characters that like work really well together, and I really enjoyed it. So I gave Realm Breaker 4 stars. It's like 4.5. It's close to 5, but it just didn't have that little something that I needed to make it 5. And then Blade Breaker, I gave 3 stars, solely because it wasn't as good as Realm Breaker. So I felt like I couldn't give it 4 stars, but it was still really good. Like probably 4. Like Realm Breaker is 4.5, Blade Breaker is 4, but I just went 4 and 3 because I wanted to differentiate that I did think the first one was better. So I read those 2 this month. And then I also read Where the Crawdads Sing. Very late to the game on that one. Again, I also read this one a physical copy of this one. Let's see. Oh, there you go. I also read a physical copy of this one, but again, I didn't bring it with me. This one I gave, what did I give it? 4 stars. I think mostly because I read part of it and I really wanted to finish it before I went and saw the movie, but then my family was going to see it, so I went and saw the movie before I'd finished the book, and it kind of interrupted the flow of things and spoiled things for me, because I'd seen the movie and I found out what happened. So I didn't have that anticipation of like, did she really do it? Is she gonna go to jail? That kind of thing. So I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it though, and I think it deserves the hype that it gets. So check it out if you haven't read it yet. And then I read Wish You Were Air, which, if you remember from a few months ago, I was rereading all the other books in this series, which is the Mother-Daughter Book Club series. And I had like started this one a while ago, but it's just on my Kindle and I have it downloaded on my phone, and I basically just read it whenever I'm like waiting in line somewhere. Like, it's just like filler read because I've read it before, and like it's meant for middle schoolers. Like, it's not my age. I'm not the target audience. So I loved these in middle school. If you're in middle school and you are looking for something to read, the Mother-Daughter Book Club, the whole series is so good. But I gave it 2 stars because I've read it before and I'm not the target audience. I mean, if I picked this up for the first time now, it would be like 1 or 2 star, like 1 star. I gave it 2 because of the nostalgia. If I were in middle school reading it for the first time, it'd be like a 4 or 5. That's just how the scale kind of moves. Then I did another reread, mostly because I was traveling and I wanted to read something that I knew was like so like just spicy and good, and that I hadn't read in a while. So I read The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which are the hockey books, the Briar U. This one's the off-campus one. Book 1. Garrett and Hannah are my favorite couple of the whole series. So I highly recommend checking out the off-campus series if you haven't yet, because they're really good and sweet and just like makes me want to go to a hockey game, even though I know nothing about hockey except for what I've read in these books. So there's that. Yeah, 4 stars. It's a reread and I still love it. And then finally, my last book, and the one that I just finished yesterday that I have a physical copy for, it was actually my book of the month. It is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. She also wrote The Lost Husband, which is a Netflix movie that has like Josh Donahue in it, which I love him, but she wrote that book also. So this book is by her. It was my book of the month for this month, which I struggle with book of the month. It's hard for me to, I don't know. It's hit or miss whether I'll love the book or hate it. But I loved this one. I gave it 5 stars. Basically, the main girl, she is a bodyguard, a PP, a personal something officer, something. And the main guy, Jack. Yes, Jack. He is a movie star, and she is hired to protect him, but they have to fake that she's his girlfriend to like make it natural and blend in with his family. And you know, one thing leads to another. It's super cute. It kind of flips the script on like, normally the guy is the bodyguard and the girl is the famous one, and this one is reversed. I read it in one day. It was so cute and really, really good. Well done. So I gave that one 5 stars. My only 5-star read for the month, and it deserves it. It was really good. But yeah, that is what I read this month. If you're interested in like seeing everything I'm reading as I'm reading it, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, also on Goodreads. My Goodreads is always linked down below, as well as my podcast. So I talk about books on all of those things, and keep everyone updated on what I'm reading. But you can always come here and get a synopsis at the end of the month. So Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, which should be my moving vlog and then a room tour. Hopefully, if I can get everything organized and ready. But thank you for coming, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.